work and calling you again back here. And the mood is all there, right? Lord Ganesh is here.
You're not able to see the screen.
You're not able to see.
No, it is not.
Maybe I'll set this side.
Yeah, should be.
This is-
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, correct.
Okay. So happy Ganesh Chaturthi for all the Lorenites and your families. So Ganesh ji is famous for what? I mean, I know all of you have more knowledge than me. I'm also learning. But let us thank our our newly appointed Pujari with Haribol. Very nicely done. It's very authentically, wearing the right clothes and everything matters. So, what is Ganesh ji famous for? What is Ganesh ji famous for? Removal of obstacles. Right? Vignanashika. Vignanashika means removing the obstacles. Right? So, Lord Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita that Matta Parataram Nanya Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. He says, all the devatas, including Ganesh ji, have got this power from me. He explains that in Bhagavad Gita. Right? So, in India especially, we believe when somebody says something. You don't have to believe what I am saying. What is the question you should ask? Sir, okay, you are a HR here, you are a finance here, that's okay. But don't comment on Ganesh ji. Right? I want to know on what basis you are speaking such statement. Is it a right thing to do or wrong thing to do? Yeah? It's the right thing to do. We all have to ask what is the basis of you speaking like this? Because we are not asking these statements, people are going and declaring whatever they want outside. Right? Spirituality or religion has become a joke today. Where anybody with a big beard or no beard will say anything. And it will go into YouTube and it will be published in a website. And you'll all have to believe, some believe, some don't believe. I'm making a statement here that the Vignanashika power of Ganesh ji, where did he receive from? Right? There are samhitas. Vedas include 4 Vedas, Atharva Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Rig Veda. Right? As part of the Sama Veda, there are samhitas also. There are Puranas, there are samhitas, there are Upanishads. There's a lot of literature is there. But unfortunately, we are not made aware of this. Right? And most of the Brahmanas also are not aware of this. Yeah, there is a story that Ganesh ji has to be done Agra Puja, meaning before you start anything, you should take permission from Ganesh ji, and that always remains. That story you just now heard. But the power to remain obstacles has been given to Ganesh ji by whom? Let us read this sloka. Okay, can you see the sloka on the board there? Yeah, it's a very auspicious day. I know you all can recite. If I try to say slowly, please recite with some devotion. Yadapadava pallava yuknam. Yadpada pallava yuknam. Vinidhya kumbha. Dvandve parama samaye. Sagana dhiraja. Vignan vihantum alam. Asya jagat trayasya. Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Okay, can you read loudly what is written in the first line in English?
I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, whose lotus feet are always held by Ganesha.
So Lord Govinda is sitting and Lord Ganesha is holding his feet. Right? And this Lord Govinda is appearing as Narsimha Swami, as Narsingadev. Right? Can you read the second line loudly?
In order to obtain power for his function of destroying all the obstacles on the path of progress of the 3 worlds.
So why is he holding the feet of Lord Govinda? Because he wants to get the power to remove obstacles. Vignanashika. Right? So the power that Ganesh ji has to remove the obstacles is coming from Swayam Govinda. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That we should understand. Why am I telling this? You might be thinking, why should we know what they are doing between each other? We anyway love Ganesh ji, we anyway love Krishna ji, we anyway love. Because the wrong comment is being made around the world saying you have many gods, you don't know whom you are worshipping. Right? It's a big problem. Especially people in other faiths, they criticize or ridicule our Sanatana Dharma, saying that you people have your own favorite gods. You worship, I like Ganesha, I like Shiva, I like Krishna, I like Rama. So you like what you like, you have many gods. No, that's not the way it is. The whole scriptures, if you properly study, Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam, Ishwaraha Paramaha Krishna, Sachitananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. That's the reason any yajna you do, even Ganesh's yajna you do, at the end you say Sarvam Krishnarparamastu. Have you heard that? Any yajna you do, even to you Lord Shiva's Linga yajna also. At the end you say Sarvam Krishnarparamastu. You cannot end without that sloka. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarva Lokamaishwaram. I am the Bhokta of everything that is offered in this world to anybody. It's very important to understand the relationship between Devatas and God. Right? If you go, say for example, there is an inspector of police and there is a commissioner of police. Inspector of police is big or the commissioner of police is big? Huh? Commissioner of police, right? Say one person is going, no, it's okay. It's working.
It is working.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's working. So inspector of police is standing and commissioner of police is standing. And you go to the inspector of police there and you tell, sir, there is nobody more powerful than you, sir. Sir, you are the highest in the whole city, sir. Sir, you are great, sir. Sir, you are this, sir. What will that inspector tell? You mean a nokri kalwaya kya tu? Now, John down raised no. Hey, commissioner is standing beside me. How can you tell these statements? Can we tell that statement to commissioner in front of the inspector? Yes, you can. Because he's actually deserving those statements. But if you tell it in front of the commissioner to the inspector, then the inspector will be in tension. In the same way, Vedas explain that when you worship Devatas, you should not try to put them in a place of the Supreme Lord. Instead, you should tell them that, hey, you are so nicely serving the Supreme Lord, can you also give that same service attitude to me? Right? Every Devata is serving the Supreme Lord. You have to give that same feeling to me. Are you all following what I am saying? I know what I am saying might sound very controversial and alarming to many of us. But I also understood this after I have read Vedas. After I have read under a guru. Not like me sitting in a cabin and reading. No, not that way. We have to learn this formally. Then you'll understand how the whole universe is functioning. So if you respect the inspector in front of the commissioner will be happy. Commissioner doesn't have a problem, but the inspector has a problem. How can you do this kind of respect in front of the commissioner? In the same way, when we are worshipping Ganesh ji, if you praise Ganesh ji, up there Krishna will be very happy. My servant, my devotee is being nicely glorified. But Ganesh ji will be like, hey, don't tell more than required. Because these days we write bhajans, na? Whatever anybody writes in bhajan. Sare Bhagwan mein tujhse badhkar kaun? Tere bhakton mein mujhse badhkar kaun? Both ways. No great, no great. That's not right. Right? And Ganesh ji worship should happen in the right form also. Like the Ganesh ji that you see here, there is a form mentioned in the Vedas. What is the form in which you should worship? You can't make Ganesh ji stand like Nataraj. You can't make Ganesh ji stand, sitting on a chair. I don't know what all they are doing with Ganesh ji. Poor Ganesh ji, once in a year, he is made embarrassed. Like he is literally put in like somebody who was playing football also. Ganesh ji is playing football. Right? Just before FIFA World Cup, that also happened. Right? And last year, I think 4 years back, when Bahubali was released, Ganesh ji is holding that Shivlinga like Bahubali. Have you seen that poster anyone? Or Ganesh ji sitting on the lap of Sai Baba. There is a meaning on that, there is a relation on that. What is it? Right? You can make whatever you want and you are forced to worship. That's not right. Let us always understand that Ganeshji as a Murti has to be established. There is a procedure. Actually, I am so grateful to sir, so nicely he conducted the puja and all of you so respectfully sat down. I took a picture to show, the place where I preach that this is how in this India we still have the culture that we don't wear a chappal, we sit nicely in front of God and we are respectful. This is something that we should teach our children also, right? And going down our head on the floor. These all things are part of a culture which shows that how much we respect. And we should teach our children also to respect without any hesitation, isn't it? Okay, so today's topic, little bit of time I wanted to spend explaining what is the mood of service of Ganeshji. What is the mood of service? When he serves the Supreme Lord, when he serves Swayam, his own father, Shivji, what is the mood of service? Mood of service meaning what is he thinking while he is serving? What is he wanting to gain from that service? You should understand in spiritual world, service is done out of love, not for money, not for anything in reciprocation. Like I've done this service, what will I get in return? That is not the mode of service. Mode of service is I will do it unmotivatedly. Ahoityaki aprahiyata yayatma suprasidati. Scripture says ahoityaki aprahiyata, meaning without any motivation and without any gap. For example, some people keep a vrata that for this. How many days Ganesh is kept here outside? 9 or 11? Huh? 11 or 9. Okay. It's okay. You can even go with 11 also. Right? It's fine. As long as we are following some rules and regulations while we are keeping Ganesh in our house. Right? They're very important. Because whimsically when you do something, you also get reactions. Not from Ganeshji. Other devatas will get angry. Right? Hey, you kept Ganeshji in your house, what kind of nonsense are you doing? For example, today, Ganeshji, we have established him today here. On the floor, we should not use a single bad word from our mouth. Because Ganeshji is here. Right? That is one level of service. Another level of service is, even tomorrow I should not use. Ultimate level of service is, I should never use. You all following? Yeah. Tell me what is good? Never use or today I will not use? Never use. Right? Whatever I am in front of God, I'm away from God also, I am the same person. That is called non-hypocrisy. Right? You think Ganesh doesn't know what we do after Ganesh Chaturthi? You think Ayappa doesn't know what we do after 40 days of Ayappa Mala? How many years have done breakdance in front of Ganesh sometime in your life? Chesindra? That rope breakdance. We all have done. Just imagine what all we have done in front of Ganesh. How embarrassed you would have felt. Samvatsaram kosaram kuchobetti breakdance chestunnam. They are breaking my heart by doing this breakdance, isn't it? We all have done that because nobody told not to. Nobody told not to do. Okay. I live in a gated community. I'm just sharing. There is a shloka in Bhagavad Gita. First I tell that, then I tell why I'm telling examples. Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nishtraigunya Bhav Arjuna, Nirdvandva Nitva Sattvasto, Yoga Kshemam Atmavan. Krishna is telling Arjuna. He's saying there are Traigunas. Vishya Veda, in Vedas, everything is in Traiguna. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sattva-guna means people who listen and follow what they listen from the right sources. Rajoguna means they will listen but only follow what they like to follow. Ganesh means I'll have laddu. That's most important for me. Devotion and all is next. What I like to do, I'll do. Tamoguna means I'll exactly do what is not supposed to be done. Right? If I tell, sir, it's chetan tappu, in a chase chulista. You got no problem. Have you seen people like that? Huh? Sir, smoking is bad for you. Na ishtam. Nike custom. Right? Untari category. That is called tamoguna. Means those people will not understand. Even if you tell them, they will not understand. They will simply argue. Vitandavadis. Right? So the three gunas are there. Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nishtraigunya Bhavartana, Nirdvandva Nitva Sattvasto Yoga Kshema Atman. Here Lord Krishna is telling that you have to rise up yourself above the three modes. If you rise above the three modes, then you will come to Shuddha Sattva, meaning Bhakti. Bhakti means What Ganesh is doing for Lord Krishna or Narayana, that is called bhakti, which is above the three modes. Right? I'm not doing it because I like to do. I'm doing it because you like to do. You like me to do. You're following what I'm saying? That is called bhakti, not convenient worship. Oh, it is for my convenience is good, so this is my worship. No. For him, what is convenient, that is called worship. So, I live in this gated community and I have decided to do my part for Sanatana Dharma. So, I joined the management committee of gated community. You know what is management committee of gated community? When there are many flats, 10 people who are peacefully sleeping, decide one day that they want to be part of management committee. After that, their sleep is gone. Because you have to deal with 1,000 jokers, right? Who will demand respect, who will demand everything to be nice in the community. Even little problem, they'll create a big hue and cry. Lift has stopped, they'll immediately create a hue and cry, as if that is Burj Khalifa lift. Right? They'll create a big scene for everything. So I joined this management committee for the sole purpose that I want to save and do my part for Sanatana Dharma. What does it mean? I don't want the standard of Sanatana Dharma to go down. So remaining committee members are very uncomfortable with me. Because this fellow will now keep a restriction on everything. He'll behave like a Brahmana. I'm not a Brahmana. But I know a little bit what is right, what is wrong. So one lady, she went to the remaining management committee. She told, we want to do Antakshari and Tambola in front of Ganesh. I felt very sorry for Ganesh. So they came and told me, Sir Lakshman sir, can we allow these two things in front of Ganesh? What do you think I should do? Should I allow or no? Really? Some of you might be feeling, yeah, problem. That's okay. I'll tell you why. So I asked the management committee people, asked that lady to talk to me. So she has a big gang of people behind her. Right? There is a full plot going on behind. See, they are also owners, I am also owner at the end of the day. I can't dominate, but I have to have good arguments. So she told, Sir, I'll come to your house, we'll discuss. I said, I'm busy, you call me, we'll discuss on the phone. So she had full brigade of questions and arguments why Antakshari and Tambola should happen in front of Ganesh. So she asked me, Sir, what is the problem? Other communities are doing. My home this is doing, my home that is doing, Aparna is doing, Aditya is doing. What is the problem? You cannot tell us not to do. I said, they are doing whatever nonsense. I am not going to allow. Very simple. I am not. Sir, who are you to tell no? I said, I know a little more about God than you, I think. Huh? How can you say that? What is the problem? Then I asked, okay, madam, do a thing. Go to Tirupati, Devasthanam. Tell those people I'll play Tambola in the Garbhavudi. Will they allow? Anybody here? You think they'll allow Tambola in the Garbhavudi? Huh? No, right? I told, go to Ganesh's temple, anywhere in the colony, sit inside the Garbhavudi or inside the Gopuram and tell that you will play Antakshari. Mere sapno ki rani ka aayegi to, in front of Ganesh. Just imagine. Will they allow? No. No. Then what was the argument? He said, Sir, but that is temple. This is not temple. This is our community. We are keeping a pandal for Ganesh and we are doing a program. That is temple. There they will not allow. Okay. So I told, if you remove Ganesh from the temple, is there a meaning to the temple? There is a Ganesh temple. I am removing the Vigraha. The Sthapaka Vigraha I am removing from there. Is there a meaning to the temple? No. So what is the difference between Ganesh before in the temple and temple without Ganesh? What is the difference? It's a Vigraha. So Vigraha is here. So how do you say this is not a temple? If you are agreeing that the Vigraha in the temple has to be respected, in the same way Vigraha in this office also has to be respected. Right now, this is Ganesh's temple. This whole hall is Ganesh's temple, whether you accept it or not. Then she is thinking, what else can I do with this fellow? then she put a Brahmastra. She told, I also am a devotee. That's a Brahmastra. You know a devotee. I am also a devotee. We also worship Ganesh in the house. How can you tell you are the only one worshipping? Huh? You cannot tell that. I also worship Ganesh. Is it very nice? Very nice. You also worship, I also worship Ganesh. Ganesh is my Ishtadev. Then she said, we play Tambola in the house also. We play Antakshari in the house also. What is your problem? If you play in front of Ganesh, in the house also there is Ganesh, we are doing it. There also there is Ganesh, we are doing it. Now is a Brahmastra? Answer on the other. Huh? See, people in Tamaguna, these are the kind of arguments they put. But Krishna will give you the intelligence to answer. I immediately pray to Krishna. Krishna, please help me. Ganesh, I don't want him to sing Antakshari today. Right? So then he gave me an answer. I asked her, where do you worship Ganesh in your house? Ours is a big house. We have a separate puja gadi. Do you do Antakshari inside the puja gadi or in your hall? Do you play tambola in the puja gadi in the hall? Hall. Here also I'm saying the same thing. Play in the community, take a community hall. Do whatever you want to do there. Why in front of Ganesh? Because this is puja gadi, right? Then she did not understand what to do. Because enough is enough. Because this fellow is going on answering for everything. Then she threw another nuclear astra.
Nuclear.
Brahmastra, then nuclear Brahmastra. Sir, we should have cultural activities in front of Ganesh. Huh? What is the problem in having cultural activities? So we should have cultural activities. How can you say no for cultural activities? Once in a year, 7 days, we get to do cultural activities because of Ganesh. Which other festival will get 7 days? We need to create bonding in the society. We need to know whose husband, whose wife, whose children, all that we need to know. We get to know only when we do cultural activities. Sir, what is the problem doing cultural activities in front of Ganesh? What is that astra? Nuclear Brahmastra. Then again I thought, Krishna, please help me. What should I do to save Ganesh from playing tambora today? Right? Then I got one answer. I asked her, okay, so what is that astra again? What is the question?
Nuclear.
Cultural activity.
Cultural activity. I asked her the question, Amma, what is the meaning of culture? What is the meaning of culture? How do you define culture? Is there a meaning of culture or no? Any activity which we all do together, is it culture or there is something called entertainment? Cultural activity is different from entertainment activity. Cultural activity means a culture helps us achieve a goal. A culture in a country helps us achieve a goal. Goal is bhakti. Right? Goal is bhakti. In order to have bhakti, there has to be a process, there has to be environment. When you combine the environment, the process, the goal, it's called culture. She didn't understand. I'm sure some of you did not understand. I'll tell what it is. What is environment? Having a temple, Vedic mantras being chanted, right? Brahmana coming and doing the procedure. This is all called environment. Everybody's name. Can you see name here? There is a Shiva here. Is there a Ganesh here? Krishna here? Rama here? Indra here? Yeah? Yeah, these are all names. There are names. Simply by calling Indra, I am pleasing Indra. Isn't it? So we give nice names in our society. Our names have meaning. There is a name, there is a meaning to each name. Right? When we say Narayana, that Narayana, where all the Naras are in the shelter, Narayana, is very, very happy and pleased. When we say Venkateshwara, that Venkateshwara Swami is pleased. We keep that kind of names in our society. These days, I don't know, people want Tommy, Tillu, Domi, all kind of names, isn't it? DJ Tillu. Right? See, when you are dying, if you call the name of Narayan, Vishnu Dutas will come. When you are dying, if you call Tillu, one dog will come from your neighborhood. Isn't it? You should be very careful what names you give to your children. Because knowingly or unknowingly, you might call your children at the time of death, but who will respond? Swayam that Bhagavan will respond. That is the reason why we have this Namakaran, where we give God's names. And the name doesn't have to be unique. It has to be simple and easy to shout also. Right? If you keep a name which is very difficult to say, can you difficult, right? So it should be a very simple name. Hey, Rama. Right? So Rama is also good, but easy to palkada kuda easy kunda. Understood? Okay. Now, culture means there has to be environment. Environment means having names like that, having a temple like that, having so many environment filled with nice music, mantras. This is all environment. Process is what we just did. We offered fruits, we offered namaskaram, we offered dandavat pranam, we offered. This is called process. Somebody keeps the hands like this, somebody keeps the hands like this. This is all part of process. Goal is what? Bhakti. Wearing devotional clothes. Today we are all wearing devotional clothes. At least most of us are wearing. Why are we wearing? What is this part of? Process or environment or goal? Wearing devotional clothes. Environment also, and to a certain extent process also. Process also. These both are part of the thing, right? So environment, process, goal. Three together is called as culture. This is the meaning of culture. Tambola and Antakshari is not culture. What is Tambola and Antakshari? Entertainment. And we are not against entertainment. You want to do breakdance, you can do. Some other place, some other situation. But why in front of Ganesh? Right? No need to do. No Antakshari in front of Ganesh. You can do Antakshari of slokas, provided we know slokas. Hardly we know one or two. How many times will you repeat the same sloka? Right? So you can't play, or you can play Bollywood devotion song, no problem. If there's a devotion song in Bollywood which is good enough, decent enough, you can chant, no problem. But you can't do any nonsense you want to do in front of Ganesh. Right? That's called Tamoguna activity. Tamoguna activity. And if you do Tamoguna activity, then Shivji will not be pleased. Ganesh will not tell anything. Ganesh is very dayalu. He'll be like, ఏ చేసుకొని బ్రేక్ టైం నేను 20 ఏళ్ళు చూస్తున్నా కానీ ఈ కొత్త స్టెప్ వేస్తున్నాడు ఈ సంవత్సరం రైట్ దట్స్ వాట్ గణేష్ will think. But what will Shivji think? These rascals, they are keeping my son and they are doing break dance in front of him. Right? Then what will Shivji do? He'll do tandav. Then recession will come, we'll lose jobs, all those things will happen. Isn't it? So we should be very careful while we are worshipping Devatas. I'm telling you, there are reactions. Don't think there are no reactions. Not by that Devata, but other Devatas will be displeased. Isn't it? So we should be very careful what we are doing, what we are choosing to do. Now the service of Ganesh. So when Kali Yuga started, in the beginning of Kali Yuga, till then the Vedas or the education was given through oral reception. I am speaking, he is listening. Upanishad. Upa in the front, Nishad sitting. Right? Upanishad, meaning someone sitting in the front and taking the knowledge. There are called 108 Upanishads are there. 18 Puranas are there. 18 Upa Puranas are there. 4 Vedas are there. Many Samhitas are there. All these were just spoken through Guru and Shishya. And Shishya would ask questions, Guru would tell, knowledge will immediately go inside. Now if I ask you your phone number also, your mother's phone number also, sometimes you might be confused. Right? If you lose your mobile, you will become orphan. You don't have father and mother because you can't call them. Right? That is the situation. So this was known 5,000 years ago. So there, an open, declaration was done that Vyasdev was sent. He is a Shakti Avesha avatar. There are many avatars. Guna avataras, Manvantara avataras, Leela avataras, Shakti Avesha avataras. There are many, many avatars. Not Dashavatara only. Dashavatara is a stotra written by Jayadev Goswami. It's not like there are only 10 avatars. There are many, 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 many avatars. Right? As per Srimad Bhagavatam, it explains. So, there was a need for writing down the Vedas. So, at that time, Vyasdev was given the power to reveal the Vedas. Now, it's not ordinary to reveal Vedas. It's not like Vedavyasa has written all the Vedas or told all the Vedas. Vedavyasa has compiled the Vedas. Compiled. You know what is compilation, right? There is information in different places. You group it and you segregate it and you index it and then you compile it. You basically make it easily accessible. That's what Vedavyasa did. And then he has to reveal it. Who is the actual compiler of the Vedas? Sarvasya chaham hridi sanniveshto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedesta sarver ahameva vedyo. Vedanta krit vedavityavacham. Krishna is saying, I am the compiler of the Vedas. Very clearly. If somebody asks who has compiled Vedas, Krishna. Where is he telling? Bhagavad Gita. Chapter number 15. Shloka number 15. 15. You can remember that. Why am I telling you all this? Because we are misguided all throughout. We are believing whatever anybody is saying. You have to ask the shloka number. Where is the shloka? Sir, where is the shloka number? Right? So, Vedavyasa was given the job of compiling and he has to speak. Who has to write? He is speaking, but somebody has to write. So job description was sent to the, what is it, tag team. So they put it in the Naukri, that time Naukri portal, right? And one great personality applied for that. And his name is Ganesh ji. Ganesh ji ki, जोर से बोलो, Ganesh ji ki jai. हाँ जी, because he applied only, we have some Vedas today, right? So he came forward, he said, okay, I will write the Vedas. You speak, I'll write the Vedas. There is a beautiful conversation, right? So Ganesh ji put a condition that I do this service, but I'm doing a service, so I have my own condition, right? So you all can repeat after me. This mantra I am not by hearted, so I'll try to repeat. Shrutvaim tat parah vignesho yadi me lekhani kshanam likhato navatistha tada likhato navatisthe tada स्वयं श्याम लिखा को हयम स्वयं लिखा को ही हम sorry स्वयं लिखा को ही हम. What is the meaning of this? Here Ganesh is telling to Vyasdev, can you read that loudly?
O Vyasa, I shall agree on one condition while writing. My pen shouldn't stop even for a moment.
Here is the condition. I have taken my time out to write Vedas. Doesn't mean in between you will take whatever breaks. I'll go on a vacation, sick leave, casual leave. No sick leave, no casual leave. If you stop speaking, I'll get up and go. That is the condition of Ganesh. Ganesh is a very efficient worker and he is doing service to Lord Narayan. So Vyasdev is thinking, Arey baap re, what to do? Can anybody continuously tell Vedas? Even though you are Shaktish avatar, at least to cough you need time, right? Now I coughed, that is also gap. Just imagine I cough and Ganesh keeps the pen there, okay, bye bye. Not going to work. So what did Vyasdev put a condition? Okay, keep aside the Sanskrit. Can you read loudly?
Sanskrit.
No, the translation.
You too may not write a single alphabet without properly understanding its meaning. Lord Ganesha gave his assent by replying with the Om sound and thus agreed to write.
Right? So what did Vyasdev tell? Okay, I am also putting a condition. You are putting a condition to the service. I am also putting condition to appoint you. What am I putting? Unless you understand what I told, you are not going to write. So whenever he needed a break, what will he do? He'll leave a complicated sloka. Ganesh is like, what did he mean? No, he meant that. He meant that. Okay, he'll go for a break. Then he'll come back. Did you understand? I think I understood. Okay, tell me what you understood. And tell this is what? No. This is not what. I'll again go for a break. Come back and ask you. So there was a nice activity that went on between Vyasdev and Ganesh, and both of them compiled the entire Vedas for us. Do you know which is the place? Where is the place where this activity happened? Anybody? Where is the place? See, a lot of people say, these all things are, Vedavyas and Ganesh. Where is the place it happened?
This is also Vedavyas.
But where is it?
This is near to Rockera Concourse. There is there was
Yeah. The feeling is good, but where is the place? No. I tell you the place. It's in India only. It's in India. You are very close. No, not to this. It's called a place called Badrika Ashram. There is a place called Vyasa Gufa, Ganesh Gufa. How many have gone to Badrika Ashram? Nobody. Take a personal one and go. What is stopping you? Taking birth in this country, if you're not going to these places, how will you get your faith? Tomorrow somebody will tell Ganesh is mythology. Prove me Ganesh exists. What will you tell? Tomorrow your own son will ask. What will you tell? How can you make him believe that all these things have actually happened? That it is part of our history? How can you make him believe? When you take him to the places where these incidents happened. For thousands of years, there are two caves in that place. Even right now, if you go, it is there. One is called Vyasa Gufa, another is Ganesha Gufa. It is like, I think, that main conference room is there, big one. There is Vyasa Gufa, where I am sitting here is Ganesh Gufa. In this distance, they both of them sat, and the entire Vedic scriptures were written down in Badrika Ashram. That is the border of India, actually, very much in the border. And from there, Saraswati river starts exactly at the location. And I'll tell you amazing part. Saraswati river will start in this part here, here this wall. At that wall, it will disappear. Full-fledged it will start. And at that wall, it will go into the ground. And it will come out near Prayag. Just before that, the river will come out. It's a very mystic thing. The entire river goes underneath. See, these are the places where you should go with your family. Uti Kodaikanal, you can go. But these are the places that are more scenic actually. If you go to Badrika Ashram, it's so beautiful. Kedarnath and Badrinath is just between, there is one hill. Right? There is Yamunotri, Gangotri. Right? You should go to these places where Ganga starts. If you drink that water, you'll really feel you've done something nice. Right? Beautiful places. Anyway, you can go there. So this is the place where this conversation happened. And Ganeshji has spoken, Vedavyas has spoken and Ganeshji has written everything. Now I'll ask you all a question. If an author is writing something for us, will he feel happy if we read it or will he feel happy if we don't read it? So I know we all love Ganeshji. I know we think that Ganeshji is happy with us. But can we make him more happy by doing some activities? Yeah? At least now. Okay. We have done breakdance in the past, we have done whatever you have done, that's okay. But at least now, 2023 onwards, can we do one activity which will actually please Ganeshji? Like Ganeshji is doing an activity to please Lord Narayan, writing the Vedas. Right? And the author of all this is asking us to read them also. Right? Let us do these activities diligently. Like all the stories that I told are all captured in a book called Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll show you the book. We don't have time for all this, but yeah. Now if you see here, this is 18 books. In this all things that I have told is there in beautiful shloka by shloka, English translation done, Telugu translation done. It's there in Telugu also, it's there in English also, it's there in Hindi also, it's there in Malayalam also, it's there in Tamil also, Kannada also, it is there in 84 languages around the world. 18,000 shlokas translated into 18 books. Even in Arabic it is there. Even in French it is there. Even in Chinese it is there. Language. Even in Brazil it is there. Even in Mexican it is there. 18,000 shlokas translated. And you might say, oh, if I read this, maybe I'll not be able to understand. No, you can easily understand because there is translation and there is purport. Purport meaning commentary. Commentary by whom? The great acharyas like Ramanujacharya, Shankaracharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Vishnu Swami, Baldev Vidyabhushan, great authors. Unfortunately, many of us don't know some of these names, but they are great acharyas who walked on this planet, right? And they have given commentaries in such a way that everybody can understand, even software engineers can understand. They have given such a nice commentary that we all can understand. If we read what will happen, if we read the scriptures, what will happen? Two things good will happen. One, we will rise from Tamoguna to Rajoguna to Sattva-guna to Shuddha Sattva. Automatically it will happen. You don't have to put any special effort. All bad habits will go away. All good habits will come inside. Our health will become nice. Our speaking will become nice. Our dealings will become more respectful. Our growth in our material life and spiritual life, both will go up. We'll become efficient at work, we'll become efficient in our family life, we'll become happy throughout. Because these scriptures will tell you so many incidents from the history that you will learn from it and you will be very pleased. And you can also tell, for example, your son will tell, why should I listen to you? If your son tells this question, why should I listen to you? I don't think, you deal respectfully with somebody. Why should I listen to you? What answer will you give? Will you tell, that's why you should listen to me? Is that good enough answer? No. But if he reads Ramayana, just imagine, if he reads Ramayana, how Lord Ram respected Dashrath, even though Dashrath sent him to forest. If you read the dealings between father and son, automatically the son will understand that I should be like Lord Ram. Father will understand that I should not be like Dashrath. You understanding what I'm saying? So when you give spiritual knowledge to your children and your family, automatically spiritual values will come. What is the second benefit? So first benefit is you, right? Second benefit is you will get access to God. When you read Janma Karma Chame Divyam, my activity is Janma Karma, my activities, my appearance, my disappearance. Janma Karma Chame Divyam. All these are Divyam, meaning they are transcendental activities beyond this material realm. When you hear this, Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Evam Yoviti Tattvataha. Tattvataha means ultimate absolute knowledge you will get. Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Evam Yoviti Tattvataha, Tyaktya Deham Punar Janma Naiti Mameti. So Arjuna is telling. What is he telling? You will not have another Janma. Finish. You will not come and work in Kondapur next life. You will not. Over. You are done with this life, you will go back to Krishna. You understand? Just by doing what? By reading, by understanding, by telling in your family. See, when I go home, my elder son is in intermediate second year. My younger son is in intermediate first year. One is doing science, other is doing commerce. Right? So every night, I go to their room, I sit there, I read 15 minutes of Bhagavatam. Or 15 minutes of some literature. And I ask them, what did you understand? You tell me. I will not tell. You tell me what you understood. So before that they'll play PlayStation, before that they'll watch some video, whatever. But the 15 minutes are between me and my children. Right? Well, what did you understand? What spiritual knowledge does, it increases your SQ, EQ and IQ. Spiritual quotient, emotional quotient and intellectual quotient. All the three will go up. How many of you have done this activity with your children? Lift your hand. I also never used to do. But somebody told me, you should do this. Last 10 years I am doing it. My son, my children, I guarantee they will not go to any bad habit. I don't have to put a special effort there. Because they themselves have read 15 minutes per day. Is 15 minutes too much time? 24 hours, 15 minutes. But for that, what do I need? I need a book. I need Shastra in my house. Written by whom? Ganesh Maharaj ki Jai. Ganesh Maharaj ji should write it. Not any paragraph fellow. One Lakshman Reddy has written some book, don't even buy it. One Indra Reddy has bought one book, no. No, we don't want paragraph books. We want books written by Ganesh. We want Vedas. And translated by whom? In Parampara. Evam Parampara Praptam. Imam Rajarisho Vidhu. Sakalina Mata Yoga Nashta Parantapa. Krishna is saying in 4th chapter. If you want to get my knowledge, take it in Parampara. Don't go to bookstore and buy and get, put your. Devdutt Patnaik is not in Parampara. You understand? He is a comedy writer. Unfortunately, he is writing in Mahabharata everything. He has got no business to write all these things. Whom should we listen from? Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. You know Chinnajir Swami Maharaj? He comes in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Madhva Sampradaya. Have you gone to Udupi Krishna temple? How many have gone here to Udupi Krishna temple? Udupi. You lift your hand up. She has gone. So only one person has gone. Remaining can take personal and go. Please go to these places. Very nice holy places. Right? That's called Madhva Sampradaya. Have you gone to Dwaraka or Nathdwar or Rajasthan, Jaipur? No? You have gone. There it's called Rudra Sampradaya. Rudra means coming in the line of Lord Shiva. Kumara Sampradaya or Nimbarka Swami. It's called. That's another. So all these Sampradayas are like CBSE, ICSE, IB. Understanding? They give the syllabus in an authorized way. If you go outside, then you'll get all nonsense Sampradayas. Right? I can also start a Sampradaya. My name is Gol Baba. In Gachibowli, I distribute Gol literature. Dunya hai Gol, my Gol Baba, Gol Gol Gol. One Gol book will come and he'll become a Sampradaya. I'll have beard also, I'll chant Sanskrit also. Right? This is called cheating Sampradayas. We should not go to there. We should go to Sampradaya where Ganesh ji is worshipped and there is a clear explanation. Right? So buy those books. So here are those set of books. Okay. So why am I here are the set of books? Okay, anyway. So without taking any more time, I know we all have to go for potluck lunch and we all have prepared that from our houses. So before I go there, I am giving you all a service opportunity. An opportunity to serve your own families. What we do every year is we make this called Srimad Bhagavatam set. One book is about Prahlad, one book is about Dhruva Maharaj, one book is about Kardama Muni. You might not know who is Kardama Muni, you'll learn. Anybody who wants to get married should first read Kardama Muni's tale. Then he'll know how to be happy in marriage life. Right? I am not telling not to get married. Right? But these are all trainings. Training for everybody. Right? Ambrish Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, and Swayam, Ranti Dev. And so many leelas are there. Endless. If you can keep going. Beautiful. So the investment that you have to put on these books is around 6,000 rupees in Telugu. The whole set will come to your house. And you take one by one and you start reading. Every day, 15 minutes with your friends, with your children. You all can do every other activity, but just read for 15 minutes. I am getting 90% commission in this. That's what you think. No. This is a service. So this year what we are doing, Yadadri temple is there, right? Yadadri Gutta. On top of Yadadri Gutta, we are presenting this literature to anybody who wants to come and take. Of course, buy and take. Right? If I tell free, all 108 will go right now. Because that is the cheapest way we treat our Sanatana Dharma. Shastra should never be given free. People should buy it. Then only they'll get the benefit of it. Right? Never give Shastra free. Once I kept Bhagavad Gita in a program in my community, I told, somebody has sponsored, you can take. An old lady came. Taka, she's taking all the books. I said, Amma, inni book lendhi chavutavu. Ha, idi naaku inka vaidi and manvanki. Right? Because it is free. Then I told, no, but this is 300, that is 200. She kept everything back and she left. This is how cheaply we treat our own Sanatana Dharma. No. How much does it cost to fill your tank of petrol in your car? 4,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees minimum. But this investment will remain till your grandchildren also. Right? And your entire family will get spiritual knowledge just by reading 3-4 pages a day. So these books, the whole set, I'm just showing, we are finishing it. Yeah. You can do two things. One, you can take for your own family, or you can donate to a temple. What we are doing, all the temples are there, but temples don't have Shastra these days. They are only doing Archana, Vandana, and they are going. That's all they are doing. Nobody is sitting and reading. So we are buying and giving these sets to the temple. So that the temple priest will open it every evening and he'll read in the colony, people will come and listen. Is that a good idea? That's another seva. Where instead of giving 5,000 rupees, 6,000 rupees for something in the temple, I am buying Shastra and I am donating on my family's behalf to the temple. Right? So this is another way of serving. Either you take it to your house, if you already have it, you can also donate it to a temple. Right? Okay. When are we doing this? Actually, there is something called a Bhadramasa. This shloka is there. Beautiful shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? Now this shloka actually says in the same Bhagavatam, 12th canto, 13th chapter, 13th shloka, Hema Simha Samhavitam. Basically, on a full moon day, on the month of Bhadra. What is the mass going on right now? Bhadra Mass. Right now it is going on. Right? It started last Saturday. It will go on till 29th. Right? In this Bhadra Mass, if somebody takes Hema Simha Samhavitam, when the sun is in Simha Rasi, if anybody knows archaeology here, right now, sun is in Simha Rasi for these many days. It doesn't happen every year. Very rarely it happens. So as per this shloka, if anybody donates a Bhagavatam or takes a Bhagavatam set for himself during this auspicious time, when the sun is in Simha Rasi, during the Bhadra Mass, then he will never return to this world. This told. He will go to the highest spiritual planet after he dies. Right? Now this is a question of faith. The question of faith. And Ganesh Chaturthi is also going on right now. Right? So 3 combinations are happening. So that is the reason we planned it like that. That anybody who wants to take can go ahead and pay for it and send a message to me. I've kept my phone number also there. What you can do, you can get the check to your house. I'll get it to the office. From office you can take it to your house. Or you can come to Yadadri temple on November. I'll tell you the date when you can come. You can come with your whole family in front of Yadagiri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. You can take the Bhagavatam set. What can be more auspicious? Or you can even give it to the Brahmanas. You can tell, okay, sir, I want to gift it to a temple. This year we have kept a target of 500 Bhagavatam sets. 500. And we already reached 200 in 4 days. Because people know how rare occasion this is. When sun is in Simharasi, and it is also Bhadramas, and it is also Ganesh festival time. When Ganesh ji only wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam, you can actually take it to your house also. Right? So I'm going to keep the barcode here, and so 6,000 rupees is for Telugu Srimad Bhagavatam set. You can present it to your parents. You also can read. 8,900 rupees for an English set. I read it in English. I like it in English. It's very simple. 7,000 rupees for a Hindi. If other language you need, you can let me know. You can message to these 2 numbers. You can pay to the QR code, and you can message, and I will make sure that it comes to you. Either in Yadadri temple or in your house or here in the office. Right? So this is a good seva to Ganesh. See, we all do many sevas. This is also a very good seva which you might opt to do. I'm just giving that option out. Right? What is the specialty of Yadadri temple? How many here have gone to Yadadri temple? Many have not gone yet, Yadadri temple? Yeah, you all should go. What is the specialty of Yadadri temple? 5 Narsimha Hamle. 5. Pancha Narsimha. Right? Who is Yadadri? Who is Yadadri? Yadadri is a rishi whose father did the tapasya for Dashrath Maharaj to have Ram as his son. And Dashrath Maharaj wanted sons who were capable of doing Pinda Pradhan for his ancestors. At that time, Yadadri's father, he went and did the tapasya and he got those sons to Dashrath. And Yadadri is his son and a great rishi. He started living in this locality of Telangana in those in Dwapar Yuga. And he worshipped Lord Narasimha Dev, his Ishta Devata, Ishta Bhagwan, and he asked for boon. What did he ask? I want to see you in 5 forms. Right? Jwala Narasimha, Ugra Narasimha, Garuda Narasimha, Yoga Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha. In these 5 forms. There the Ugra Narasimha is the cave itself. The cave itself is Ugra Narasimha. The Jwala Narasimha. Rebound. Right? Yoga Narasimha. Kuchunattu. Lakshmi Narasimha. Kanavattu. Swayambhu unnadu. Right? So like that. And Garuda Narasimha. Garuda Narasimha, when you are getting down on the left side, there is Hanumanji temple.
Yeah.
Behind that, there is Garuda Narasimha. Lot of people don't know. They just walk like that. If you go there, there is Garuda Narasimha. Narasimha Dev on Garuda. Vahan. Right? So this 5 great, it's a very holy place. And actually these 5 vigrahas were not there in that hill. They were there in another hill, which is close by, as per Thala Purana. But what happened, a lot of people, they worship in 3 modes again. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Lot of people started doing worship in Tamoguna, killing animals, putting alcohol, all those things they started doing. Narasimha Dev disappeared from that place and he appeared on this hill. Complete dham was empty. And then later on they found out, after many hundreds of years, oh, there is another, same deities have come here. So they started this time the worship with more formal procedure, where those things are not allowed. Right? So this place, Yadadri, is the second place of worship. Actually, the original place is elsewhere, but since all the vigrahas are there, it's a very holy place to go. Actually, whole family can go and spend a whole day. One good thing that our Chief Minister did is he has nicely made the place accessible and easily can go and see. Of course, there are pros and cons both the ways, but it's a good place to go. And it's a very holy place. It's not an ordinary place. It's non less powerful than Venkateswara Swami Tirupati also. Because Swayam Bhagavan has appeared here. Swayambhu. So in that place, you can take the Srimad Bhagavatam set from the hands of a sadhu on November 4th, which is a Sunday. Or if you don't have time, we can bring the Srimad Bhagavatam set here. And somebody will come and it's a service. It's my service to God, which I do every year. In the last 4 years, by the grace of Lord Narsingadev, we have distributed close to 950 plus Bhagavatam sets. Out of which 400 have gone to temples. 400 temples we gave free Bhagavatam sets. Just keep it and start reading. And among them, many people have started reading. Brahmana there every evening is opening the book and is also reading for 15-20 minutes. Calling people are coming. It's a great service you can do. If you have a temple in your village, wherever you are coming from, you have a temple in a village, and you want to give Bhagavatam there, why don't you take? Right? Ganesh will be happy. That's your donation to your own temple. You don't have to donate to that temple also. Or first of all, if you don't have Bhagavatam in your house, you yourself can take. Okay? So I'll end it here. Thank you for your audience. And this is only a, like a seva opportunity. I'm sure you are doing many other sevas. But it's a very good seva where you can take a Bhagavatam to your house in this Bhadramas when Surya is in Simharasi. And it's also Ganesh who has written the entire Bhagavatam will be very happy that you are going to read the Bhagavatam. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Ganesh Chaturthi ki. Any questions? Anybody has any questions? No questions means either you have heard or you have not heard. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for the opportunity. Have a wonderful lunch. And we have ordered for some prasadam in the evening also. So keep some space left for the evening. And the snack it will come. Actually, I wanted to do this in the evening. Many more slides were there, but there is no time, so I am not doing it now. In the evening, we'll send the prasadam to you wherever you are sitting. And happy working and be successful in your goals. And also keep the God pleased. So I'm keeping this slide as it is. If somebody wants to scan and do whatever you want to do, it will be there for another 15-20 minutes. After that also you want, you can send me a message, I can send you. And if you want to do this seva, it's a great opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lakshman. As always, of the different topics actually to enlighten us. So otherwise we do puja and eat our laddu and go back. And I request everybody to join for potluck. Its arrangements are all done. Groveworks team and our team are waiting there. So they are like you asked for 1 o'clock, so we are coming. So then let's go.